All right, let's see. Let's get into the next clip. Hopefully, I won't have no audio issues.
Other than like the weather and the environment, what about the culture? How hard was it for you to get into the culture?
It was, well, I could say one thing. It wasn't fashionable being a Jamaican
Right.
at one point. It wasn't.
Right.
And I never hid my culture. Really, I never did. When I was getting Americanized, though, I stopped.
Good. All right. I was having some issues here. Okay. Well, what you heard in that clip, and again, fair use on all these clips. There's stuff on the internet. You can see the TikTok tag. There's just clips floating around because of this. This is a hot topic of hip hop creations as of late. And in this clip, you hear DJ Kool Herc himself saying it wasn't fashionable being Jamaican early on. He didn't have his culture, but he was being Americanized though. I mean, part of the reason that, I mean, he was 12 years old when he came here. He was just a kid, and to say a kid brought an entire culture from a different country to another country that sparked what we know today as hip hop, that doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't, you know. But shout out to Kool Herc for indulging in the Black America. He was surrounded. He was in a whole new place, surrounded by Black Americans. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he could have stuck to his parents could have kept him away from us, but how do you do that when you're living in a whole nother country? It wasn't a bad thing, but let's not just flat out lie and say this 12-year-old kid created a whole genre in a different country by people who are already here. Doesn't make any sense. Shout out to the legendary Kool Herc. Again, I don't have no hatred towards really any of these guys. And Herc he's not Herc. I've never heard Herc speak on the level that Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes, Trevor and Joseph are speaking. You ask him the questions, he's answered it up to this point. I haven't heard any recent videos of him talking. I did hear he doesn't really do a lot of interviews. That could be it. But shout out to Herc. Let me see how much time I got here. I didn't even set it. Hang on here. So shout out to Herc for keeping it real, at least in this interview. I mean, he could have kept with it. I mean, granted, he hasn't come out and vehemently denied it. Like, no, you guys got to stop talking like that. That's not true. He hasn't done that either. But at the same time, he hasn't. I've never heard him on record say, speak truth to speak into the lie that we've been hearing over the decades. I'm gonna just go ahead and play the next